Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 8. Finally, it's been way too long. I think it's been like a month since these games were played. But I got really sick. You know, you really can't cast when you're sick, and frankly, I'm a bit lazy too. But we're here finally. Better late than never. I'm joined by Moose. So say hello to the people. You know.
Hello. Hi. I
No,
also
not hi. Hello to the people. Come on, do it.
hello to the people.
There you go. There you go.
You said Jaraci Cup 8, though. It is Jaraci Cup 11.
Wait, did I say Jaraci Cup 8?
Yeah.
Now that would have been really late. No, it's maybe I was thinking late rhymes with 8. It's Jaraci Cup 11. We're gonna be casting the semifinals today, and then the finals as well, possibly. The lower bracket got like entirely disqualified, so unfortunately no more games from there. But obviously Moose was casting the lower bracket games. I put those in the playlist of the YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, you definitely should. And then, well, I guess we better just jump into it. So. Let's see, you're at 29:55, right?
Yep. Ready whenever you are.
Alright, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. So, the first series here, you're going to be between myself and AGameAnx. These were played so long ago, I don't even remember what happens, but, you know. Spoiler alert, I'm going to 3-0 him easy, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Galzian air units coming, I don't know who that is. It's Houston. Well, I thought he was already subbed. I'm just mad at him now. Anyway, Galzian territories. This is a pretty interesting map because like LAVs obviously are pretty powerful on it. I can't remember who picked this. Let me check the pick bans here because it might have been me.
Were you surprised that he picked Coalition instead of Soban?
Not terribly so. I mean, these days it feels like AGame can just pick any faction. Yeah, I picked this map myself actually. Well, I wonder what my plan was.
Why? If I know you, I feel like you don't pick your strongest maps first, so I hope that's not a bad sign for this game.
Well, it's definitely true. I'd rather actually have them later on in the series, which I guess has been somewhat controversial. Well, that's maybe not the right word for it, but not everyone agrees with that strategy. Notice, by the way, AGame is going for some LAVs here, but he's actually filling out the second base long-distance miners, too. It's because on Galzian territories, like, this distance is so short, it's a lot more effective than it would have been otherwise, so... That's pretty cool to see.
Almost like you getting refinery mode halted your salvager production for so long.
Yeah, it might be true. Like, on any other map, you'd say no, but this one's just...
Yeah, this one I just feel like the need to get greedy all the time.
Yeah.
Because he is already, he is fully maxed out on salvagers now.
Yeah, and obviously he doesn't have a sport cruiser, but like he's still on more than usual, right? I mean, he calls like 1.75 base. I don't know, but it's not so bad at all.
He's also taking carrier system 1 right now, and
Wait,
you see he has. He's actually also maxed RU salvagers, which, if I remember, during this time was not very popular. So he must be doing some kind of weird build here.
Yeah, that's a good catch. Actually, he canceled Carrier Systems 1, but I'm sure he's still gonna plan on it. I guess he's got an SC out, so he wants to unlock faster. Yeah, there's the carriers rotating to drop an SC. Yeah, he's probably planning some kind of a carrier rush. Well, that's pretty cool, because like we haven't seen that usually. It's not exactly a meta build these days.
No, and it looks like he has like a good screen here, the LAVs. And you probably are thinking he's going to be popping out LAVs.
Yeah.
Maybe overbuild on skims a little bit, and if he does some weird carrier play here, you could be kind of really bad spot.
With the base runner too, right? It's gonna get an artifact out here. There's no way that this gets stopped because I have something to do on the front line. And a second PC comes out for me before tech. Oh no. I'm starting to remember how this game goes.
He's really exploiting the I want to say the meta at this time, which was the double LAV production. You for sure are probably thinking he's gonna be going to LAV.
Yeah, because this is just such a common build, right?
I think now, though, you're right, you see only 3 LAVs, you have to know something's up.
Yeah, plus the artifact is actually not so common, I don't think. I mean, normally when you're doing this build, you are retiring the base runner.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking skimmer rating. Why am I doing that? Oh no. That's terrible. That would have been a mistake even if he was going for LAVs, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it looks like, I was gonna say it's good for you because railgun is like a common build into LAV, but you just like double down on skims now.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible. I'm like building salvagers with this carrier. Well, that's actually not so bad because these guys can go back and get RUs on the second, but
Yeah, you only have one RU as well.
yeah, so
You're not gonna be able to
there's
get that rail tech out.
yeah, there's no money for rails. There's no time either. I don't think he's
I
here,
think,
so
uh,
yeah, this
I,
is
I,
a
I
bad
think
position.
I think going carrier system here is big because he's already so far ahead of you
That's true.
that
Yeah.
you getting one powers. He has an artifact and he has power. Like you're just too far behind.
Yeah, like you can't fight that fight, so don't even take it. I think the reasoning was that I can't get railguns because I just don't have any money, but maybe it was a better bet anyway. This is not so good.
But I mean, knowing AGame, he likes to try, especially early on in the series, going like odd new builds,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this one definitely paid off for him.
I noticed by the way that turret placement by where the artifact is right now. If I can stop him from getting the artifact out, he doesn't get any more power, which is good. But I can't possibly do that because he's got that turret set up. So I'm gonna look to see if I can kill something on the main base, but this is pretty hopeless at this point, I think. Let's see what I can do though. This railgun's exposed here, so it is gonna go down.
Yeah, I feel like even now, if you wiped his eco, you would never kill his carrier. So
Yeah, I agree.
from where you are right now.
Like, I mean, it's not clear that there's any path to victory here, right? He is gonna get that artifact out too, by the way, so it's just a bit.
And it's a bit odd too. I feel like when you're at his main, you just didn't have the skimmer advantage. Did you lose a lot to turrets early on?
No, I think I just like never really had it. Curiously, I know what you mean. It looked a little funny there. Maybe I did lose more to that turret than I realized.
Or maybe just the LAVs making good trades elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's right,
But
Houston. Nice vanilla strat.
Oh, I should probably open the stream chat.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Well, 5 minutes, man. Ouch. 5 minutes, my dreams of 3-0 are crushed. Terrible. Let's load up game 2. But don't worry, I'll 3-1 him. It'll be easy. It'll be easy. That was just a fluke, you know. Looks like next map's gonna be Kartoba. This is AGame's pick. Yeah, I picked GT. I'm not exactly sure why. I wonder if I had like an actual plan going into that. Okay, but I'm at 29.55, so tell me once you get into game 2.
So, I'm looking at the times now in the game. This one was played 4 days prior. So the order might actually have been reversed that you gave me. Or it's out of whack somewhere.
Well, the pick band said that GT was the first, so...
I just wrote what you said to me, so...
Yeah, I mean, maybe the files got, like, shuffled up or something. On my computer, they all say they were modified last today, so that doesn't give us any good info. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. On April 25th.
I'm ready. I'm at the spot.
Okay, good. So, 3, 2, 1, go. What is this game? I forget. This is a game called Raid Shadow Legends. It's really good. And if you join with my code, you get 100k silver, whatever that is. So. Kartoba. This is a pretty fun map. You can see I'm bringing that base runner out here, so probably I'm planning on doing just some kind of eco build. I think I had. Oh no, I was dropping him at 10. Right? So this is just gonna be ref mode for me, pretty standard.
Yeah, I think the base runner out like this is what Descara was doing a game against me, where you can hold on to the scanner, but it looks like you already have it recast.
Yeah, I usually just send it out immediately, but Descara was a big fan of dropping it at the main base somewhere. But he would wait, right? Because if you drop it too early, it can get killed off before you get info. The only problem is, like, the base runner can kind of be hunted down in that case, although I'm clearly proving that theory wrong because I'm moving it onto the middle now where it could still be killed. But still, there's kind of an advantage to dropping it here where it still gets vision, but AGame hasn't seen it yet. He's just now gonna see it. Well, he doesn't even see it, he gets the ping, but you know, same difference. And my base runner can be safe as well.
I'm always watching AGame's build and so puzzled. Like he went LAV first, like right out of the gate. cannot get production.
And now he's going for an SC, which is very curious.
Yeah, and he has 6 salvagers all on TUs.
Yeah. I think he must have done a bit of quick dropping for RUs to get the support cruiser timing, right?
Yeah, he did have a RU quick drop.
Now he moves the 2 LDMs over. This must be
to
very refined. He's clearly got some kind of a plan here. I believe he's reaching the second base for me now, by the way. My ref mode's already done, so I just have to hold off with the skims here. And I may lose a bit of mining time, but the hope is that I'm on 2 base before him, but he's gonna get on it just now, so... Oh yeah, that would be cool if he could drive on the cartoon.
Yeah, I think this is good for him. Like, right now, he only has 3 LAVs, and you could easily outproduce him. But by the time I think the 4th comes, he's going to be making more LAVs now. And he's actually not going to lose that much having that LAV production at the very start.
Yeah, and he does have that carry production upgrade coming out as well, so... It's now 4 skims to 3 LAVs here if I can get them up into the field, so I should be on 2 base from now on, but I'd say the mining was like more or less even. He does have an extra RU salvager. You know, if I was discarded here, I would like quit the game and see. This is actually really annoying what he's doing with these LAVs though. On this high ground, I can't actually really drive up there with the skims, so... Until the carrier gets there, I just kind of have to give up the base, so that's actually really good from him.
Yeah, he definitely felt very confident with that play.
Yeah, so now he's got a small advantage. But it's very slight. And I have my second PC on the way too, as I pause to take a sip on my drink. And it's Railgun Fab coming out too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like as a coalition player going blind rails like this, I feel is very vulnerable. Because
yeah, definitely.
Like nothing stops you from just building skim, and he just counters nothing at that point. Or you could go air, he has nothing.
Yeah, like the Galzian rail tech opens up the assault rails, so if it's all LAVs,
exactly.
you can respond, but not so much here. I do have that second PC on the way, so I'll be able to outproduce him until he gets the next production upgrade, so... Yeah, I don't think we've really seen LAV rails too much recently. I mean, Sick Eye Jan was a big fan of it, but you know... not gonna say anything else there. We do have the assault pack on the way, about 20 seconds out too, so... That'll be nice for him. Obviously, it gives the LAVs a really good opportunity to attack the skims here.
And you are going assault ships now, so
yeah.
He did. Perhaps he predicted that you thought he would go air, and therefore you tech an interceptor yourself, and he would.
The problem is just that you still have interceptor tech on the table if he gets the railguns, and LAVs do a decent job of screening for them, but just decent, right? You really need anti-air at that point. So.
Man, this is like a game chess.
Yeah. Oh hey, look at that pro gamer trade, yeah. I feel good about that one.
And now he's taking a VFAB, probably realizes he doesn't need the rails like he thought.
Yeah, so perhaps he really was just prepping that I was gonna do something like blind countering what he expected I would do, but...
Alright, I mean I guess if he builds rails and you build assault rails, he actually wins that as well.
Yeah, he does win that. This trade's bad for me.
Oh, no, it looks bad.
Ouch. Well, the pro gamer trade is completely cancelled off there. Lost 2, I believe.
He has boost coming up here in a second. He might try to go back in.
I'm teching straight to interceptors, by the way, but I've got the assault chip tech ready, so yeah, I'm gonna build one off the main. I don't think he can all in here, but I mean, maybe. He doesn't. No. He does have armor 1.
I think this heal is just a... Oh, no, he engages anyway. Perfectly timed heal there.
Thank you, thank you. That felt pretty good.
Yeah, I did look a little bit early, but you baited him in there. That kind of reset where your last trade was.
Well, the movement derped there. I see AGame. Sure. Just joking, of course. Well, we do have enough assault chips now. I feel like it's not so straightforward how he's gonna push it in. We're both on 3 base too, by the way. So I think his 3 base timing was a bit faster because he got the salves earlier, so he was long distance mining. But
I mean, and overall, it's a pretty quiet game. I don't think either player knows there's text. He scouted your carrier. Are you still researching?
Not recently, no. So he hasn't actually seen the air tech, but that's about to change because this LAV
Well,
is
I
getting
don't
reached.
think he's seen armor tech too, because I don't think you had finished it when he saw your carrier. But he will see it now.
Yeah,
It
you're
is
right.
kind of
Maybe he
hard to
didn't see
see.
the units either. I'm sure he notices though. AGame when he scouts a carrier, he's definitely looking for those techs. So would be surprised if we don't see some anti-air coming out here. It's not going to be missile batteries though, because he's teching already.
Yeah, he like Diamond Hands is already tech here, and he's not gonna change.
Yeah. This is a bad trade on the left flank here. Well, I don't know what left means. Yeah, that is left. DOK be like. But yeah, I lose an assault ship for free there, which is not excellent. So.
Yeah, no smokies too. That was pretty good. He's gonna get heal back that, so he's not really gonna lose anything at all.
Yeah.
And he's still scouting your carrier here. I'm not certain if you're getting pinged.
No, I'm
you're
not. Oh. Oh ho ho.
So he's gonna see
kind of
as soon as you
tech.
launch
Nice.
as well.
Now I'm getting the ping. So okay, the skims are gonna go over there finally. That's evil. Oh, but I'm gonna launch them already. Does he see? Oh, he didn't see the launch, just barely. Okay, that was really close though.
But he did cancel our RD-Fab, and he has
missile veteran tech, right? No, he doesn't. No, he does.
No, he does.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He just finished it now. And I don't think 3 interceptors.
Uh-oh.
They're not gonna accomplish that much.
Yeah, especially if they dump some missiles on the LABs there on accident. That was unfortunate micro for me.
I think to me it almost seems like once you saw his LAB, he would just assume that he knew that he went air, so you kind of panic launch these to get something out of it while you still could.
Yeah, that was probably the idea. Yeah, but I mean, one LAV, it's kind of whatever. The idea is that once your opponent knows you've got air, you want to just send him out as fast as you can, because otherwise you're just giving him time to prepare for it. But you're right, 3 interceptors doesn't do much. Maybe we could attack the main better if I had, you know, a bit more of them out already. Notice his LAVs though, they were like split perfectly between the 3 bases. But this attack here is going to be pretty cataclysmic for somebody. You can see I'm obviously crunching in on him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying he does have rails moving around here. I thought these were RD cruisers. They are actually. He has an extra support cruiser floating around too.
Yeah.
Looks like a very defensive play overall by him.
Good positioning on the railguns though. That's going to hold off the assault ships on that flank. But he has to pull off the base for a moment, so any bit of mining time you get is a big deal in DOK. You need to get these SCs a little closer to the 3rd as well. Of course, I am going to extract this artifact, but I assume the base runner is lost afterwards. But maybe it gets... Well, base runners are faster than carriers. It could probably get out.
Yeah, and it's probably not worth him, you know, going here. He doesn't know what's out there, so he probably will back off. Or he probably won't chase your base runner, I should say.
There's the missile battery. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I want to get that railgun, it looks like, but this is quite risky diving in under all these LEDs here, so... On the other flank as well, railgun's gonna go down, but yeah, I lose all the the sand skimmers. That's quite messy.
Yeah, I think you're hoping to pick up LAVs with your assault ships, but you just didn't get the trade you wanted. You do kill the 2 rails though guarding the southern flank here, and looks like your assault ships are just gonna run into his main, and
Definitely.
doesn't have the units to deal with you at all.
Yeah, these LAVs can maybe try and stop it, but they're gonna take a lot of losses for this. I think probably what happened is I was in sensors, right, so I didn't notice I got hit by the mortar, and then I was me, so I just ran in there and died. That's my guess. Bombers are out now, by the way, and that first bomber is hitting the field now. There's a lot of action everywhere, it looks like, but the main base has to be pulled off again from him. And if you had thoughts to making some sort of a carrier all-in here to react to the eco pressure, I don't think it works anymore. He's losing too many railguns here.
Yeah, and I mean, you're about to... I think your assault ships are in the north are feeding, but you did completely kill off an eco here, and you pushed him off his main for that short time. So you've done a lot of eco damage, and I like the focus of the assault ships into his second or his natural. You didn't kill the salvager, but
He's
you
at
almost
178.
did.
Yeah, it probably would be good to finish the kill there, but you know, mistakes happen.
But I still think you're in a good position here. He really doesn't know what. I mean, he saw bomber tech obviously, but you might have actually you do have rails now. He doesn't know that.
Yeah.
He probably assumed, but it almost seems like he kind of wanted to push out with the carrier, and now he has to go babysit his base a little bit more.
Resources lost tab, yeah, I'm curious. Oh dear, I'm behind by like 1,000 there. I don't know. Well, I mean, AGame's behind on like 100 RUs. It does kind of feel like I've gotten the driver's seat somehow here, but my army died pretty badly right on the follow-through in that. Because you're right, I was kind of feeding assault ships in the north.
He does have to reproduce a whole base salvagers. I think you are ahead in resources just because of that. He hasn't been mining for the last minute and a half.
Yeah, on that third base location. Plus the SC is a little injured, so he's gonna have to heal it up. But he will do that. It's not like he doesn't have an extra SC floating around. So that was pretty nice for him, I suppose.
And yeah, and I like you. Nice tech switch here to heavy rails. I don't think he's gonna expect that.
Or maybe he does, but what can he do about it? I mean, it's just like an answer to pretty much everything, I feel.
It does seem like though he's focusing on anti-air here. The bomber threat is just strong for him not to. Yeah. You still have him up, so it's not like you lost anything in that trade. Now he is forced to make these expensive units. Don't really do anything.
Actually, you know what he really needs is artillery, I guess, but it's really tough because the bombers are out, right? Plus, I mean, it's just an expensive tech. Obviously, artillery became really powerful in this meta for a lot of reasons, but, you know, bombers are probably one of the things that's quite powerful against them, so... Until he can get some protection against his air, that's not really an option. Question is, will he survive that long? Because the railguns are just going to get closer and closer here. You can see Kartova, very, very nice railgun map. You know, I've got this whole high ground dune to, like, ride up on as I get closer to his base. Bit of a carrier throw happening on the southern flank here.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd. I would say, though, like, having your carrier here means he has to keep his railguns back. But I think you're diving to kill these railguns probably a bit too aggressively here. Yeah,
I'm probably just losing track of it. I mean, it's hard to say how these things happen. I do them a lot, you know.
There's a great skim versus LAV trade at the extraction site here. You do end up losing most of the skims, but you got a double heal off, and actually took a lot of LAVs down.
Yeah. Now, well, if I could focus the ones that are a little bit low, I could probably finish off 2 of them still here, but... Actually, this could be problems because those base printers are sort of vulnerable now, but I have an assault ship coming, and then the bombers, maybe I can hold this. Yeah, it looks like he's not going to dive for it. Carrier got taken down to half somehow in the midst of all that. Because, you know, it's me, right? Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a complete game with me trying to donate my carrier at some point.
I think this is a dangerous position for you, though, because your army's on the wrong side of the Kartova here.
By the way, wouldn't it be cool if you could drive on top of it?
That would definitely help you here.
Yes, it would. That would be pretty nice.
A nice air snipe going on here.
Yeah, the missile batteries are in position here to try and hold the bombers, but I mean, the LEVs are just going to get too far ahead of them because they have to get onto these heavy rails here. But actually, the bombers are not so bad against LEVs, so I managed to get quite a lot of kills that way.
You also just have so many rails shooting LEVs. But now he's at your main here. He's been pumping out units.
Only 1 missile battery though.
It's true,
dangerous. But that carrier's already back full.
Yeah, I think he was probably hoping on banking a lot more kills with those LEVs, because now your rails are just unthreatened here, and he is gonna have to back up.
With the railgun's dead, I think maybe he could make this work, but with him alive, no chance, right? He's gotta run from this one.
And with his production back here, too, you're gonna get 2 free extracts on the other side of the map and probably win the game on extraction.
If I don't just kill him right here, but maybe I can't. Then again, carriers is slower than railguns, right? Oh, and his carrier's turning around.
Yeah, it's doing a little carrier
makes one a little bit nervous. Coalition player's nightmare. These heavy railguns don't take any prisoners, right? We've got high ground now. I've actually got them split up a little bit, which is a touch awkward, but they're still trading okay.
Yeah, they're still shooting something. He's racing to kill your extraction too.
Yeah, so just with the missile batteries actually, which is curious. I don't know if we can actually kill this. Well, one of them is low. Maybe you can get away with it. It should be noted, he's got armor 3 here, so his railguns are pretty beefy, but there's just not enough of them. Plus the high ground is quite advantageous for him as well. So he's smoking that carrier. Oh, wait a minute, I won on artifacts.
Yeah, I do love how you sacrificed both your bombers in there. I don't know why. Probably were worried about him destroying your base runners, and you really wanted to cap it.
Yeah, perhaps that was the idea.
I mean,
You mentioned I might win on artifacts. I thought you meant like after these two get out, because I had
no.
like, yeah, I didn't realize there were two of them. I saw the scoreline 3, and I only saw one artifact. So that was a bit of a surprise for me.
That was the game felt like it was your control the entire time, except for like the
Well,
very
except for the
beginning.
opener, yeah. The opener felt
But
really good for AGame.
Yeah, I guess maybe he just went a bit too greedy, because he didn't even. I guess he didn't. I'm just trying to think why that game felt so in your favor.
Maybe it was just the rail tech, you know? I mean, because it didn't really feel useful until very late in the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
First carry
Alright,
move out, he says. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, that.
Let's jump into game 3.
Clash teeth.
Classic. This one's also AGame's pick. I see. Yeah, terrible play. AGame's just the worst at this game, guys. And I am at 29.55 on College Teeth.
Give me a second. Yeah, I think that's a classic coalition play where you move your carrier out, and then as soon as you do, you want the production coming out of your base and not your carrier.
Yeah. The classic coalition problems, right? Like, well, now that I'm here, I kind of wish I was back home.
I'm all set up.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. So, College Teeth, I think no surprises. This is not exactly my favorite map. Considered banning it, I believe. Although I ended up banning the Boneyard. I banned the Boneyard? What the crap? What was I doing, man? Very suspicious. But anyway...
This document is not right already, so maybe that bans are not.
No, I think it's right. Isn't it?
I don't think Galaxy is bad on the map as you think. I just think the carrier bullying doesn't really work at all, but the cruisers here clump a lot, and I think it's really good for the Galaxy Barrage.
Yeah, I'm sort of just foreseeing this late game artillery fight, which I don't think can really be won as Galzian in the current patch. Which AGame is looking to change in the next one. But, you know, you're right, like, Descara has always said that you could win this, so... With, like, good use of EMP and stuff like that. I guess it depends, we'll just have to see. For now, it looks like I am planning some kind of assault ship shenanigans out in the midfield here. But an LAV coming out already is going to spot me, so I have to back up just a little bit. He sees this PC forward. I doubt he's going to go for what he did last game, where he gets that support cruiser really early. So we're going to see some kind of focus on units, I think, for AGame in the beginning here.
Yeah, he did his similar build, and I was trying to watch it this game to see if he did the quick draw, but he did not. I don't know if that was it looks like that was on purpose, because now he wanted to get a...
Yeah. Well, you don't see that every day. I guess the idea... He's probably building one right now as well, right? Yes. I guess the idea is that, you know, set down a turret, this attack really can't succeed. And I really don't think it can. I mean, it's very tough to push on a position with a turret in it, so... At that point, I kind of want to not commit too much into the, I don't want to commit too much into the attack, because all I can do is just stall him from getting onto that second base.
Yeah, I think right now pushing into his main when he has a turret there was going to be bad, but... Okay, I thought for a second there, I thought he was going to drive his base runner to a second.
Probably just a rally. Yeah. For some reason, if the eco rally point is set on a wreck instead of on resource points, then base runners will go to it. It's a very strange inconsistency in the game. Salvager's taking fight here, but the base runner is going to set down this turret. I may jump in on that one. No, it doesn't look like it. It would be risky, and his carrier wants to push me a little bit, but he can't leave that base, so he's not going to go too far. In fact, already a little bit too far, it looks like, as some of his CU Salvagers are long distance mining now, but he'll catch that in a moment. Yeah, just move back onto it now. So it's 3 assault ships for me, and then ref mode's on the way. Not too much of a commitment from me. I haven't gotten Fleet Cap 45, you'll notice, so I'm able to do this without having to spend too much money. But in this case,
Yeah.
you know, having built like 3 assault ships, I really need to make sure he doesn't ever mine off the second. Not until his SC is out, I suppose. So that is why I'm keeping the assault ships here.
I feel like you're almost being a bit too scared right now. To your assault
Maybe.
ships.
But assault ships are dangerous to push in on the turret there, so...
Right, but I feel like, you know, you saw, or you didn't see the base run earlier, now you see it. I think it's a good idea to guess that he has this turret upgrade, or the upgrade for it.
Well, either that or is the initial one. I think he would have had the cooldown, but...
Like, to me, it kind of feels like these assault ships didn't really do anything. They, like, I think even with him being pushed off a second, he's still ahead of you in eco, because you only have 1 long-distance miner yourself.
That is true, but his long-distance miners couldn't collect for a while. They're gonna get back now, though. I think my big problem, actually, is one of these assault ships ought to have come back home, because... Like I mentioned, I hadn't gotten Fleet Cap 45. I couldn't actually build any units to defend there. Oh, Salvager getting really low there. Doesn't quite go down, though. And I do have Fleet Cap 45 done now, so I'm going to build an assault ship you would expect off this piece of steel. I haven't queued it yet. But soon.
Yeah, a little bit of mismicro here at the assault ships.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think they could have sneaked out on the other side of the rock and maybe have sniped off the salvager. Because at this point they can't push through the carrier, they're just gonna get carrier blocked, but they could have gone around it. But I think so. You're not in a bad position at all here.
Yeah, slightly behind, but not too far.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get an artifact cap. That is actually, I think on this map is pretty big because it's very hard to get those later on in the game.
Yeah, and it's definitely big too, just because he has these assault ships up on his doorstep, right? Hitting the salvagers again, by the way. Again, you feel that could have been a kill. It's probably worth it if one of these guys dives in, takes a bit more damage to finish that off. Although he does have AVs out now, so...
Yeah, it looks like you're afraid of the carrier block. I'm not too aware of the radius of that, but... So, I can't tell you if that was a good play or a bad play, but now he's AVs
like
out.
Big, actually. It's like a... From what I've generally told, like, when you hover over the carrier, you see that red circle? It's kind of that big, so... A little bit longer than, like, the length of the carrier in the circle.
It's bigger than you think.
Yeah. This is a good point, though, for people who don't know, like, when assault ships, or any Galzine unit, I suppose, you know, they have to turn and look at what they're shooting at. So when they're close to a carrier, they're supposed to yield, so that the carrier can move and they, you know, get out of the way. But this causes them to turn and they can't shoot at anything. We call that carrier blocking, so that's what he's talking about. AV's now in a pretty good position. This looks like a nice push out with the assault ship to hurt the LAVs, but then AVs are here, so I've got to run. This looks a little dangerous, but I suppose my carrier can come and try and hold this up with my assault ships, so should be okay for me. On the other flank, you see that carrier is just pushing straight into my, Oh yeah, here's a good example of carrier blocking, right? You see this assault ship can't attack. But he's just going to try and push these assault ships out here. I'm going to try to make a run through to see if I can get to the salvagers, but not possible.
And you can see that double missile from the artifact cap doing pretty good work.
And he actually had gotten power 1 too, so he can get the range upgrade as well.
You do stop him from expanding for the time being. Although, to be fair, he has completely stopped you from expanding as well.
True. But I am, you know, holding off this attack here pretty okay. Oh, and that assault ship barely died. That was pretty close. It's a 2-on-1 on the second base. I should be fine here as well. I just have to make sure I'm accurate with salves. Don't lose any. It makes me nervous because this is not what I'm most well known for. Oh no. I could actually use his smoke here. It looks like that's what I'm headed towards. Okay, but this is good. Second artifact picked up by AGame. He wants to get that one out, but I think the more important point is that he is on that third base now with the salvagers. So.
Yeah, and he's fully maxed it out too now. But again, you're only just a little bit behind here. But over time, those being a little bit behind just makes it a little bit harder, and a little bit harder, and a little bit harder.
Yeah, it stacks up, right? And eventually, eventually that can become a big deal. Oh dear, resources lost tab doesn't look good. It's good of AGame to remind us to check that one out. I suppose this is from, I lost the, well, we all lost our strikecraft, I guess. They all seem to have eviscerated, or evaporated.
I think that was 3 assault ships you lost third.
Yeah, over at AGame.
That's like, They're like 300 apiece CUs, and I think he only lost like 1 or 2, maybe 3 AAVs. A bit better trade in his favor.
Yeah, when the carrier started pushing them like to try and take his third, I guess I decided it was a good idea to attack his second, but I'm going through the carrier. And you can see with the carrier blocking, which slows them down, makes them unable to shoot, right? It's not really very effective. And they all three ended up dying. They're faster than carriers, so I could have run off, and had them like where my extraction zone is right now, still alive. So I think that probably would have made a big difference. And then you're right, the units lost tab probably would be in my favor in that case.
A good understanding of object permanence here. Not gonna push into the main with the turret there.
Yeah, because the turret's still there. I like how you say that.
Hold...
That's kind of my catchphrase.
Yeah, you do hold off your push on the second here, which I thought you were gonna go for like a 2-pronged attack.
Well, I think the problem is that turret will still hit me. I've got siege cruiser tech now, so maybe the idea is just hold here, and then maybe we can. I can't believe I signed up for salvage. Oh, hey, it's Mia. Maybe the idea is hold here. Maybe I can get a siege cruiser out and then start like barraging these things. But I'm not sure.
He has. I feel like he's up on resources, but I don't think. It doesn't look like he's produced any. Oh, he has. Oh, sorry, he's got assault cruisers. Actually, he already has one out. Okay. I was wondering where his money went.
Yeah, like what, he doesn't have any tech. It's just you can't like see he's building like what unit he's building often on the production tab. I'm actually pushing in here.
I think it's a good trade for you. You just poke damage. He is gonna heal it back.
It's that turret that's really the problem, right? Oh, there's another turret set up too.
Oh, he is too. Yeah.
Oh gosh, this looks terrible.
Yeah, you don't kill that turret, and the assault ship hits at the right time.
Yeah, that looks very bad. I'm not too ways about this.
I don't think he lost anything so far.
Maybe I'm gonna get one AV, but you tell me if that's worth it. I do pick up the artifact, so that's something. Yeah, very good microphone AGame, we should point out. That's not just that wasn't just stat check. It was very good smoke from in there. That actually really is a big problem, I think, because not only do I lose some assault ships, but he gets the hills, which he was going to get anyway with the assault cruisers, but at least I could make him work for it before.
I think, actually, assault ships do pretty good against assault cruiser. As long as you don't get hit by the barrage, the damage is not that much.
As long as I get EMP, I think that's the big thing. And I do have the tech done, so siege cruisers are out, they've got that ability ready. That's probably what it comes down to. The big problem on Kalash Teeth is just that, it's so easy to flank. Like, you see this guy on my main base here, this is going to be very difficult to deal with. And I can cover the AAVs pretty easily, but, yeah, that assault ship is just, or assault cruiser, I just don't know what I'm going to do about it. Looks like, I've got 4 assault ships to cover, but...
Yeah, I think with 4 you should be okay. The thing is, he's just going to get these, like, he just wants to kill your eco here, so he's gonna win no matter what, and now he's right in your face.
Ooh. Do get hit by a missile barrage a little bit. Actually, probably best that he is turning on overcharge there, but I don't know.
He is attacking, does scout your third here at the same time, pushes into your second.
Yeah, that's really annoying, because I don't have any carrier power. EMP misses on the assault cruiser, well, 8+ micro from both. This is good barrage, though. I think we should finish off this AC if I want it.
Oh, he does. Oh, the siege!
Oh, man, so close on that one.
And he pushes back into your main now. You're going to bleed a bunch of salvagers here.
Yeah, or at least I have to pull off the line here, lose some minute time.
And you look at is it the north? He doesn't actually lose his assault cruisers either. He pulls it back just in time.
Oh.
And, wow.
I guess I wasn't happy. That seems like kind of a surprising GG. It's a little early, but
I think that's like the you just lost your cruiser and he's kind of already up. It did kind of look pretty dire.
Maybe it's more about like not finishing this kill on the other guy here. There's a bit of tilt factor, perhaps. Ouch, that was painful. Yeah, I missed an EMP on one of the siege cruisers. Took that questionable all-in with the assault ships. Kind of painful.
Yeah, you also pulled your salvagers off your third. So you had an AAV back there. Looks like probably smoking around your carrier and just being a general annoyance.
Yeah, indeed. Tough game. I mean, definitely I made some mistakes, but AGame played really well there. I wonder in that opener, I could probably have... I think I could have ended up somewhat ahead, bringing one of the assault ships back home. So you have like 2 of them to hold the carrier. Because you're never going to dive on the carriers. Having numbers is not so important. And then bring one of them back home so that you can like push out to your expansions a little faster.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what does that what do 3 assault ships do there that 2 can't? Like, he's gonna push you out with his carrier anyway.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Is this Torrent Crater?
Yeah. Potentially the last here. Scoreline is 2-1 for AGame. This one's my pick though, so if I've got something spicy lined up, now's the time to show it.
If I had to guess, it's probably just like a Carrier Systems 5 carrier annoyance rush. I feel like you do that to me every single time I play this.
Yeah, it's a big map, you know, it's definitely easier to get some power. I don't really like air very much, I'm sure you know. I feel like I'm pretty bad at microing it, so... often I go for like assault ships and then carrier power railguns, but... See, I'm at 29.55 if you are.
Oh, I am as well.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. It's all on the line here. Obviously, I've already made it to Group A for the next tourney, so I feel good about that, but... You'd like to beat AGame, you know, it'd be fun, so... Not every day you can beat him in a best-of-5 series. He's got the base runner retire coming out here, sends a probe out as well.
Yeah, this looks like the classic game 7-up, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Either that, or actually now he's got the second, stop going to CUs. I mean, I think it's... No, because he hasn't started LAB Fab, so yeah, you're right.
I thought my game froze for a second, but it was you were just waiting to drop resources for ref mode.
Ah.
I was looking at your base and nothing was moving. I think that's the right call. I think rushing this map just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, which is funny because like Torrent Crater used to be like the rush map because it's terrible terrain around like the main base, right? Especially when you had my spawn would be like where my... Well, do you call this the second or third? It's one of the wrecks. It's the one like on the left of my carrier. That's where you would start.
Oh, I always go for that
right
second.
Here,
so.
Man, terrible. Because you know you can just hide like assault ships right behind it, and then they can hide behind this little dune after the pass to come in as well. Very, very difficult to hold a rush on the old Torrent Crater, but now that we spawn here and the bases are on either side of us, it's a long rush distance. If you do push them off the second base, they can relocate it to another wreck, so seems like not the best map for rushing. And so AGame, by the way, true to the spirit of this map, is making a second Spore Cruiser already. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, it's definitely going to be some macro from him. He's got the probe, so he can scout. I can't. That's kind of a nice advantage for him, but I'm going to kill it here, I think. Oh, nice. But I do have the skimmer tech, so, you know, that's some nice insurance, right? But you pay for insurance. So if it doesn't actually do anything for you, it's not exactly the best.
Yeah, I was going to ask why looks like you're behind your expansion. That's the skimmer tag.
Yeah, this is just quite non-standard, I guess, to go double SC before LAB. But it's powerful, right? If you get away with it, you know, your eco is going to be on steroids.
It has the moose stamp of approval for sure.
yeah, definitely. Phoenixio would like this too, but then the problem is he's teching a unit. Why would he do that? Just build SC. we don't talk about those things. I do have my second PC coming out, so I'm not going to be like very far behind, just a little bit.
So AGame right now has 1 RU salvager, and this is a issue that I run into a lot, where like after the greedy expansion, you feel like you need to build units. Like, so he only builds 1 more RU. He's gonna be what, 8-2 right now, and what you end up happening is you float so many CUs. I want to see how he kind of like combats that this game. Whether or not he just
mostly strikecraft, but you'll notice I'm doing it too. Actually, I'm on 6-2 right now.
No, you have. Oh yeah, yes you are.
Of course, it's convenient when you're checking for me. You can just look in the top right.
Oh right. Yeah, that's just something I've noticed playing on this map so much as a coalition, especially when I start so greedy.
Yeah. Because, like, if you're not aware, the reason why this is done when players are greeting is that the RUs are not very effective for building up, like, infrastructure, like Spore Cruisers and stuff like that. You just really need CUs. And Really, salvagers are quite expensive now, so to build a lot of them that are getting you this resource that you're just going to float up, it's not really very effective. So... I'm going to fill out my salvager line, though. Look at this. So it looks like, maybe I'm looking for some kind of a tech, like I could go air here. Because otherwise, you know, you probably wouldn't want to do this, like, for the reason that I just mentioned. You're just going to end up floating a lot of RUs. Although I'm floating a lot of CUs, too, so...
Looks like he's doing the same thing as well, though, so both players thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's true.
And AGame went AAVs into fighter gunship.
Hey, wait, he did? Oh my gosh, he did.
I think AAVs was good. He might need them in the next 60 seconds before he starts building gunships.
Which,
yeah,
you know what I don't like is when someone gets a tech but then doesn't build any. He is building them, so... I think the idea is like, look, I went for this insanely greedy opener here, right? So there is a punish where my opponent comes in with a bunch of skims and just kills everything. So, you know, AAVs come out. They kind of hold me from that.
And conversely from previous maps, the main base is so open here, he can't really push out with your carrier.
Yeah.
Like, you just go around it, you just go to the other ecos, and they're pretty far apart as well.
Yeah, it's true.
So not having units pretty dead the Destinant map.
It's like LAV's gonna check out that third base location. I believe he had seen the carrier too, so it's just the confirmation. I think that there aren't, you know, 10 railguns about to attack him on his main or something like that. But it's a nice trade.
That base he went to there is usually, I think, you go play the third base, kind of like where his carrier is on the opposite side. So he probably thought your carrier was gonna be sitting over there. He was gonna get a nice scout.
Ah, that's a good point actually. That's a good point. He will still see with this AAV, and I can see it coming. So I'm gonna build some assault ships to try and deal with that. Skimmer rating is done for me, by the way, and this time I like it because, you know, big map. I've got a lot of them out, so getting that speed is quite effective. I'm trying to move my carrier, but it doesn't seem to really want to move anywhere.
Yeah, this is the panic launch. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Interceptor is frozen there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, did you notice it just like sitting there pointing straight up? Oh, salvager! Oh! Got down to like one shot, I think, from that AV. That's pretty big.
But
he does, maybe more valuable than that salvager would be seeing that air is out. So, I mean, to be fair, this air doesn't have to be huge, right? He did end up getting fighter and gunship. Well, maybe that's bad for me. He's launching the strike fighters right now, and 2-on-3, you reckon Galician could take it, could lose it, so...
But I think your interceptors already launched 2 barrages, so they only got 1 left, which I think would down 1 strike fighter.
So maybe I can jump in and pick one off and dock, but then after that, he just kind of kills the eco, I suppose.
Yeah, you don't have any response.
Yeah, so definitely need to build more of them, but you see I've got 2 more launching now, another one about to finish. And I do have Afterburner on the way. Afterburner is this really important tech when you're fighting interceptors versus strike fighters. Having that maneuverability is going to make a big deal. So.
I think it honestly just makes them like untargetable.
Practically,
because they're just too slow to do a follow-up here. Just a bit of a misuse here on the AAVs. I feel like you're accidentally boot them over that. And now you already dropped one of your load.
Yeah, well, these were the 2 interceptors that were empty, actually, but I don't seem to realize. Like, maybe that's actually a good idea if they're empty anyway, right? Just drop it on the AVs and then dock, but I didn't dock, so now I've got 2 of them with no missiles. Bomber tech, by the way, finished for me. Curious.
Yeah, Bomber, interesting here. I believe you saw him go air, right, or no?
I might not have seen it yet. Well, I'm gonna see it now. He's moving up to my assault ships over there, trying to just crack a hole in the line, but he actually hasn't fired any missiles, so maybe he's just waiting for the interceptors to show up.
Yeah, you do lose 1 to AA, and you're gonna have to dock here. I think he knows that.
Yeah, so now he's free to just hit these assault ships. Nice smoke to buy time, right? He's got DPS on me for the interceptors, so if mine is 0, he's winning that.
I will say though, I think it's better for him to just smoke his own self. Because smoking you can just leave it.
Oh, bummer. Finished off the last AV there, but actually that's a problem because the strike fighters know about him. Oh. Yeah, no, you can't possibly get away with this, right? Can he? No way. How's this bomber gonna live? That's crazy.
I don't think they have ammo.
They must not, because otherwise I'm
No.
like 100% he chases that. Oh, what am I doing? Ah! Okay, if this bomber docks, it can still live. It has 5 HP and it gets away. Oh man, call me God hates weebs. That was amazing. I need to be careful with these interceptors though.
Oh yeah, these are. I mean, they're toast here.
Yeah, so just gonna get a shot off and dock, but I still lose one. Oh, and here come the strike fighters, so that's why you shouldn't do that. Thing is, when he's got the ground-based anti-air, I can't really fight his interceptors here. You see, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, this looks like very hopeless.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't say hopeless actually. It just looks like he can just force so much out of you right now, and you have to, because you see he's just gonna drive his forces into your base here.
Yeah, well, I do have the assault chips to cover, but I'm still, you know, pull off the mining. My army is completely dead except here. And he's got the anti-air already, so it doesn't really feel like I've got too much to play with here.
And he's gonna have the AAV, or you launch your bomber and then immediately dock it, and it takes 2 hits as well, so it's not gonna come out really quickly.
Yeah, I think I was hoping it would get a shot off and then dock, but seemed to have messed that up.
But I mean, you hold here at least. He's gonna lose his entire army.
Yeah, what's the follow-up though? Well, he doesn't have a tech yet.
He still has air that you don't really have a way to deal with.
Yeah.
Like,
because like notice his AVs are totally diving here, but the missile batteries did not, right? And that's what's really crucial. As long as he has the ground-based anti-air, I can't fight him in the sky. So he wants to keep those guys alive as much as he can.
And he's going super heavy on missile batteries here. I think he knows that if he can hold air dominance, his strike fighters can just kill off your tanks. So you can trade up really well on that.
Yeah, so you'll notice I'm building missile batteries as well, or missile ships, I guess.
I don't think it doesn't look like it's that bad for you here. Like it's game losing right now. Obviously, you know, one bad fight lose you the game here, but it doesn't look like he has a super huge advantage.
I'd say he's definitely got the edge, but not so much. I agree with you.
He does get a freeze kill there on the assault ships, and that's kind of what you want to avoid right now.
And now we've got the missile ship out, so a little harder for him to go in like that. But again, a missile ship one shot's not going to kill any of the strike fighters, so he could go in for another one. You need to be a little bit more on top of the interceptor micro, I think, and like, you know, bring them to the strike fighters immediately when they go in for that shot.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I was gonna say I hope you don't overbuild missile ships here. I think he may have overbuilt AAVs just a bit, or sorry, missile batteries, because he has complete air control here. Like you see, he's gonna try to snipe your bomber. He does pull off, but like he kind of is almost overkill on the anti-air. He completely gives up the ground war here.
Yeah, he's got 5 of them. You're right. They have very little ability to fight these assault ships. I mean, the mortar's gonna do damage. You can see it there, but not very much. Not very much.
I do think though, with like proper air micro here, you're one. Okay, you do have 2. So now it makes it a lot harder.
And the barrage too is
try
pretty good over these hills. Oh, did I leave that missile battery alive? Arena gets sniped off as well, unfortunately for AGame, so... And I think I got that extraction out too. Okay, but there's the follow-up. I was wondering, I didn't see him get the text amount. He's got assault cruisers now, right? That's what I was waiting for him to get, is, you know, I was expecting after the last trades that he would actually have this tech already.
And you are up right now in units lost.
Am I really? Oh. That kind of warms my heart. It's not every day you're up on units lost against AGame.
He does pick up a missile ship here in midfield. I do like you bringing the interceptors there to provide that anti-air coverage.
Now he's also got assault cruiser anti-air, by the way. Really good tech. Because the bombers are going to want to be, like... They're going to want to be on these ACs, and having a bit of anti-air is really nice. And these guys... Now they do the job of missile battery and an AAV, right? Where they can fight the ground and the air. So they become another, like, place where his air has dominance. And this push on his third base seems a little suspicious for me. Because I haven't seen the ACs yet, but I should know that they're coming. That's the obvious follow-up here.
Well, I mean, there's also 0 missile ships there.
That's true. Oh my gosh. What am I doing?
I feel like, yeah.
That
do have
barrage
one
is
going up
really
there
good.
now.
Ow. You know what? This AC might just go down here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, trading one interceptor for that, you're gonna take it any day. Can I get the second one though is the question, because I am losing assault ships here. Oh, this bomber's going a little deep.
Yeah, I think he realizes the agility of it and pulled it back just in time. On the other side of the map though, he's pushing in with his carrier here. He did a lot of damage to your assault ships. It looks like they're gonna heal it back.
I do have some railguns out, so that's really important for holding off the assault cruisers, right? But I mean, eventually he's gonna get artillery as well. Actually, it looks like he's going railguns carrier power instead. But feels like his late game here is. I'm gonna have to be very reactive against him. It's not like I'm really gonna choose what happens from here on out. I don't suspect.
Yeah, it looks like you almost had a point maybe a minute ago where you were being aggressive, and I think the assault ships came at the right time.
Yeah.
I think if you had an air support a little bit closer with like that bomber flying around, you could have picked it off a bit earlier and opened up the flank to your like 4 or 5 assault ships, 1 missile ship.
Whereas now this flank seems like it's his. You can see he's gonna push over on that third base. There's not really anything there. I can send the air back, but he's got like 2 missile batteries plus that AC. Oh, I'm gonna lose a missile ship here too, maybe. Okay, not quite. Maybe it's not such a bad play to just try and all-in his carrier, to be honest, because I don't think that there's much chance elsewhere on the map here. Oh, railgun's not hitting the AC either. Do I have EMP on the railguns? No. I must have seen that wrong. Well, the railgun goes down on that flank. Actually, the missile battery does a lot of damage to the assault cruiser, but unless the air goes over to deal with this... Oh, there's no air left. They're all dead. Okay, that would explain why I haven't set them out yet.
Yeah. It looks like this is like the panic mode now.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've got 12 assault ships going back to deal with that, but I have to just try to all-in his carrier, I guess, because I don't think that, like, I think my position is kind of folded otherwise.
You do have rails, and he doesn't have any.
That's true. He got the tech, but he hasn't built any.
He does have a huge swarm LAV skirting your vision here.
Yeah, perhaps I really should have just... If I wanted to all-in here, I should have kept the assault ships with me. Uh-oh.
Now you see it. This could be a hero barrage.
It's good, actually. It's really good. Is it going to be enough? Well, maybe. Yeah. He's only killed 1 rail now, second one about to fall. It's another hero barrage. Look at that. Okay, I mean, that was pretty much the the best possible barrages, I would say. Assault cruisers are in a good position, though. I still am not out of the woods yet. Yeah, I agree. Because, like, the thing with missile ship barrages, I used to win a lot of games just on using them to hold off strike craft, but eventually it becomes obvious, like, missile ship barrages are sort of based on your opponent more than you, right? Like, you put them down where they should go, and then if your opponent dodges them, you don't get any damage done, so he definitely could have dodged both of those.
Also, you pulled all your assault ships and you held off. You have your 3rd again now.
Wait, what? Really? Oh my gosh. I thought I was just kind of dead here. This is crazy.
Both of you guys are now recycling salvagers. He only has 3 air left. 3 strike fighters.
And I'm actually building mine back, you know, so... What a weird game. This is interesting. This is fun.
He does have, I mean, he has assault cruiser anti-air, but his missile batteries are really low on the field.
Yeah, I think it's just too risky to try and snipe that off, though. Maybe with a bomber, though. But...
No, but I think you would, like, or sniping it now would be bad, but if it was by itself, you would see it, and you could easily pick it off.
Use that AC heal, of course, tries to get his guys back up to full. He's trying with the strike fighters on the side. He knows I don't have any air left. Well, he knew I don't have any air left, but I've rebuilt it, and I think that one strike fighter at least is going to die here.
Oh, good old air glitching out here.
There we go, we do get one in the end.
And I feel like that could have been 2.
Yeah, that was a little curious looking. Don't exactly know why that happened, but you know, hey, I'm gonna take what I can get, so that's fine for me.
And you're still up and you lost.
Yeah,
Nah,
this is actually, I've held the, like, I've weathered the storm here. I was really thinking when these assault chips went out to the flank, like, that's terrible because the railguns are completely exposed, but...
I think now it's gonna come down to who has the right units in the right spot.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe some micro decisions as well when it comes down to fighting those assault cruisers. Feels nervous, I think, because, you know, I could win. Like I said, you know, you'd really like to beat AGame. He's kind of the man to beat in the DOK scene. Has been for, you know, 5 years now. Gonna pick off the missile battery. That's good. That's good.
And yeah, I think like right now, he can't afford to split up. Like he has to keep a lot of assault cruisers back. He can't just afford to leave 1 or 2 because you will kill 1 or 2 with all your assault ships.
Yeah.
So he has to commit a lot more than he wants here, and it looks like he's going to be pushing out with probably not the full force that he would like.
He's got the nuke though, and that could make a big difference because if the railguns go down, you know, I mean, all of a sudden this carrier can't do anything; just has to leave. And notice, you know, AGame's a good player, so he hasn't fired it yet. He's gonna wait for the opportunity that it's actually gonna matter. Oh, and I suspect it's gonna be right now. There's 3 ACs on the flank, right? So he's committing a lot of army to that side. I have to win on this side, and here comes the nuke. Oh gosh.
It's a split.
No words.
My.
No words. That's terrible.
Oh, well, you didn't have railgun armor 1.
Yeah, I know. So they really just melted that dude. I had to split him up before.
Yeah, I feel like level 3 they would have lived there.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But still, I feel like these interceptors are hitting the wrong targets.
Yeah, they should hit the carrier, because I think what I'm doing here is just all I need to try and kill the carrier.
I think right there you could have killed his carrier if you kept all your things in damage. He didn't have his armor up.
He was pretty low.
And
Assault ships, by the way, fighting the ACs now on the flank here. Dodges the barrage, that's good. All 3 of them, okay, wow. I mean, maybe if this flank can hold up, we can actually keep this going, but... I do have my nuke now, so that's an option for me.
I think, though, with level 5, he's going to heal up really fast with his carrier, and you're going to kind of have to run away for a little bit. You are also up in artifacts, so if you could just cheetah mode and, you know, just run.
That's true.
And maybe
just run for my life, right?
Oh, come on!
Oh, the heal! Oh no! I'm gonna use the barrage now just to finish off these ACs. That feels pretty rough.
Yeah, that's...
Actually, wow, that's really not a good barrage. Because it's not consistent enough to hit them. If this was a nuke, you could actually see that working.
What also is off target just a little bit, so they're not even in the center of the barrage. You will kill it though.
Oh, but a bomber goes down right at the end there. I guess the strike fighter finished off. It was trying to kill this other AC, which is down to 200 health, but it's just gonna heal back up, I suppose.
And yeah, he's gonna be... you could probably stop him, but it looks like he might be capping 2 artifacts here soon. He does have a rail advantage over you. You do have high ground.
High ground, good unit, you know. But now that he knows I've used that barrage, he's not gonna be afraid of it. This is where it would be really powerful. It's like right on top of his railguns here. You see me trying to micro the rail, but actually it's getting shot through the dune, which is a little bit awkward for me.
You are winning this rail micro war here, and he can't. You have double PC here. Like that passive anti-air is just too much for strike fighters. This is looking. Dare I say,
still doable.
Okay.
This is still doable. Power 5 in range is pretty good too, you know.
he's taking that horrible sport cruiser anti-air.
Yeah, I mean, I think he really has to in this case, because you know, if his missile batteries go down, which they have here, once that AC dies, it is going to be the target of my railguns. All of a sudden, you know, interceptors are just free to do whatever they like. So he knows I've got bomber tech, and I've still been building them. I'm going to finish off one of the artifacts on the side, by the way. Although an Elder Sans command to die for it, that's pretty rough. Oh, it's another nuke
comes out.
Oof. Oh gosh. Oh no.
No, I guess you maybe just didn't see it.
Yeah, I just didn't react in time. That might be the game right there, to be honest. Maybe not, though. I think I can stop this artifact too, so he's not going to get any extract, so. He's barraging his carrier out of spite. You'll have to see it. I think I'm going to try to step on these rails. This is... Well, I'm in range. This is actually not looking so bad.
Yeah, you're in range. You're targeting a bit off here, I feel like. You want to be killing... There they are.
Yeah, this coalition carrier wins this fight, right? But I mean, it's not going to be able to chase me down, so if I can just kill off the railguns, you know, you figure this is okay. The thing is, he still has 2 ACs on the back, though.
Yeah, but those
I've got to
ACs
run
are shooting
now,
your
though.
carrier.
Really got to run now.
Yeah, this looks like might have been just a bit too greedy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got air
launches
units,
air
too?
No, this looks like it.
Ah, it's dangerous to step on railguns like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess
stepping on Legos, it really hurts.
Well, he'd actually never put power in his armor, it looks like. And he just kept it in weapons, so the whole time he was just, But that looked really close there at the end.
Yeah.
Quite how...
What a game! That was really quite a battle in the end. Like, the first moment where, like, his ACs are coming on the flank, and I have to, like, send all the assault ships over, and then my railguns are exposed, I was like, oh yeah, game's over here. But look, we've gone, like, 10 minutes past that. I mean, that was really back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, and
That was exciting.
I mean, he was running out of money here, too. I do think, yeah, just a bit too greedy there on the, you should have pulled out carrier just a bit sooner.
Sure,
but...
sure. And this barrage over here on the ACs, I really did not like that either. Because, well, I mean, I had to deal with them somehow, but it seems like there were better ways. Nuke tip. Yeah, I mean, really, though, because, I mean, my barrage did nothing. He got 2 nukes that sniped all the rails. You are right, by the way. Rail Armor 3 would make them very survivable against that type of thing, but it's so expensive. I think this game, going for the air first, I just didn't have any time to get it.
Yeah, I feel like getting upgrades and stuff feels good early on in the game, but later in the game, you really just want those units, so it's very hard to justify putting huge amount of resources into upgrades.
Or maybe better to say later on in the game, it feels really good to have them, but it feels terrible to get them, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Well, fun games, fun series. But AGame is going to win 3-1, so he'll advance to the finals. And we'll catch you in the next one for you on YouTube, but on stream, stay tuned, and we'll keep casting.